Across the state in Port St. Lucie, the Mets captain David Wright made it very clear at 31 years old he is tired of the losing. David said that impatient would be an understatement when describing his desire to get back to the postseason. Here's David on the Mets' offseason moves.
It probably was, somewhat unrealistic to think that all those holes were going to be filled in one offseason by free agents. Some of these holes are going to have to be filled by guys that are here, whether it's the minor leagues or guys that, are going to be kind of put into a situation where, they're given, a second chance per se. There's only so much money, there's only so much, things you can do in one offseason to fill the type of holes that, we finished pretty poorly the last, few years. And there's only so much you can do in one offseason, free agent-wise, trade-wise, to plug those holes. Some of it has to be done with the guys that we have today.
One of the holes Mets going to have to fill is that of Matt Harvey. He is expected to miss the entire 2014 season after having that Tommy John surgery back on October the 22nd. Harvey said that barring anything unforeseen, he plans to pick up a baseball in 9 days, and that's going to be 4 months to the day that he had that surgery. Today, the Mets general manager, Sandy Alderson, made it very clear he does not want Harvey to be a topic of conversation all season long, although Harvey has intimated that he would like to pitch before the end of the season if it is in any way possible. Sandy really doesn't even want to discuss it.
The story for 2014 is not Matt Harvey. The story for 2014 are the other 25 players that we will have active. We're all interested in Matt's progress, obviously, but we don't intend it to be a storyline every time he decides to throw 40 pitches. So, and I know he's anxious to get back and wants to be ready to go in September, and that's fine. But we have an identity of interest with him, and that is his long-term value to himself as a player and to us as a player. And so we're going to focus on his rehab with that in mind.
Sandy also addressing the possibility of signing another expensive free agent. That includes the shortstop Stephen Drew. And from the sounds of things, that does not seem very likely.
We're very happy with where we are right now, and we're looking forward to getting a spring training and seeing what we have. Our goal is to try and make the team as good as it can be for this season. I think we've gotten pretty close to achieving what we hope to.
Unforeseeable that Stephen Drew would be here?
I said it was unlikely that we would sign another major free agent. I think that's still the case.
A couple of weeks ago, the Mets manager, Terry Collins, told us on Mets Hot Stove he was leaning towards John Neese to be his opening day starter for a second consecutive year. And tonight, John joined us from Port St. Lucie on Mets Hot Stove, and I asked him about the importance of being the opening day starter.
It's really, not that significant to me. Obviously, it's a great honor if I'm the opening day starter, but I think everybody in the rotation deserves that honor as well.
Heard Zach Wheeler over the past week saying he'd like to be the guy on the mound on opening day. How good, from what you've seen out of Zach Wheeler, how good do you think he can be?
I think he can be great. Not just good, I think he'd be great. I think what he did last year in his rookie year was outstanding. I was real impressed with his poise. I knew how it was when I was a rookie, and I think he handled it great. And I love that he wants to be the opening day starter. I mean, it's great. I think everyone on the rotation wants to be, and like I said before, I think everyone's deserving.
Don't forget, John Neese suffered that partially torn rotator cuff last season, put him on the DL, but in his final 10 starts after coming back, they were really tremendous. Went 5-2, an ERA of 3, walked 15. He struck out 56.